No one is going to come knocking on your door and give you everything you've ever dreamed of. You have to be the one to seek it and go get it yourself. And it all starts with mindset. When we talk about manifestation, oftentimes I think we fall into that trap that manifestation is just speaking it into existence. But you have to know what you're speaking. Because if you don't believe what you're speaking, and you just think, if I just keep saying this, everything's gonna happen for me, no. What you say has to also work with how you live, if that makes sense. Oftentimes we fall into loops where we think about the what ifs. Well, what if this happens? Or what if this happens? And what if this happens? And while there can be positive what ifs, sometimes it's not the best to focus on any of the what ifs, because we will fall into these subconscious doubts of ourselves, whether it's through comparison of our failures, comparison of others' success, comparison of how others achieved their dreams and where the roads they've taken versus where we're at with ourselves. The truth is, we all have our own journey and our own story and our own path, and it's going to look different for every single person. However, everyone who has ever achieved their dreams, no matter what it is, do you think they sat there and told themselves, I can't do this, I can't do that, I won't ever have this, I don't think I'll ever have that? No. They said, I can do this, I'm gonna do this, I absolutely can conquer this. And the thing about that is, when you talk manifestation and speaking what you want into existence, you have to truly believe it in your soul. So if you're telling yourself, I can do this, what is it that you can do? Let's say you want to be the CEO of a company. You could have all these negative factors of what ifs. Well, what if I can't do this? What if I'm not smart enough? What if I'm blah, blah, blah? The only person thinking about those what ifs is yourself. Confidence can be the fakest thing about you, but it'll take you so far. And it's one of those things where you'll start to feel confident just by pretending to be, by playing the role of being confident. And when you speak these things out into existence, I want to be the CEO. Okay, well, what do I have to do to get there? You have to look at what is tangible for you in this moment and what you can do with that. Where does it start? You can't compare yourself to everybody. If you want to sit here and say, okay, I want to be a CEO, please make me a CEO. I want to be the CEO so badly. Please make me the CEO. I'm going to be the CEO because I'm manifesting it. I'm going to be the CEO. That's really nice. But what are you doing with those thoughts? You have to also work with the manifestation. And sometimes when you speak these things out there, doors open for you without you even realizing it. You have to pay attention to the doors that open. So let's say you're at an event, or you're at a party, or you're at the club, or you're at your friend's house, or you're at work, and you don't really speak on what you want. Closed mouths won't ever get fed. But let's say you're walking around, I want to be the CEO of XYZ. I want to be a CEO. That's really what I want. XYZ, whatever. You're going to encounter a lot of different people and a lot of different opinions, but you can't let other people's opinions be your driving force. You have to know what it is that you want and go for it. And through speaking it into existence, you may come across that one person that's like, oh, well, that's actually an interesting thing that you want to do. Why don't you check out this class? Now it's up to you. Are you going to check out that class? Because that may be one of the stepping stones. That may be exactly what you're manifesting. You're not manifesting that CEO job tomorrow. You're not going to be the CEO tomorrow. You're manifesting the stepping stones, the key components to get to where you want to be. And we all forget that. We all think just like that, the next day, all our dreams will come true. While it's possible, and the stepping stones and the journey are part of that dream. You're not going to wake up as the CEO. You have to pay attention to what you're manifesting and how it's manifesting around you, and take advantage of opportunities. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If you're talking about what you want out of life, doors will open for you, but you have to have the awareness to walk through. You also have to know what's unhealthy for you in order to manifest. If there is something in your life that's unhealthy for you, that's holding you back, or putting negative thoughts in your head, or making you doubt yourself, the best thing to do and the hardest thing to do is you slam that door shut. And I'm telling you, the force from slamming that door shut is gonna blow open 100 other doors of opportunity. And it'll be the best thing you could ever do for yourself. Because no one is going to open those doors for you. No one is going to knock on your door and hand you that CEO position. You have to go after it. And I do believe that manifesting is the same as praying. I believe that when you talk to God, it's the same as talking to the universe. These are all just words that we have that connect us all in so many similar ways, but oftentimes it divides us when it really shouldn't. Now that's a totally other, that's a different conversation. But sometimes people feel like they maybe look down upon prayer, or they may look down upon manifestation. Isn't that the same thing? So do what you need to do. Speak it the way you need to speak it for no one else but yourself. Shouldn't you want to do that for no one else but yourself? Don't you want everything you've ever dreamed of? Where there's a will, there's a way. And you can get whatever you want if you go for it. I've said this in videos in the past. You could see the finish line. You know what the finish line looks like. And you have a tiny little scope of where it is. But you're not going to get there by just staring at it. You have to look at what's in front of you and take those steps to get there. You have to manifest the steps to get there. It all ties in together with the goal. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Do you understand where I'm coming from? If you're, let's say, I'm manifesting money. I need money right now. I'm manifesting money. If you stumble upon $20 on the ground, that's great. For some reason, the universe or God, or you happen to just push yourself to go on that walk. That was you, and you found them. Okay, you manifested that. That's great. You wouldn't have found that $20 if you stayed in your room. But let's say you're sitting there, I need money. I need to make more money. I don't know what to do about this money. I don't know. You can have these conversations with your friends, with your coworkers, your peers, your family, this and that. That doesn't have to be a negative thing. Woe is me, I need more money. Woe is me. No, I'm trying to, I want to get my money up, trying to get this and that, whatever. Closed mouths don't get fed. Do you know what networking is? Someone will be like, well, why don't you look, what do you like to do? Oh, I really like this. Well, why don't you look into this? Oh, okay, maybe I will. Whether that manifests as a second job or a new job or a one-off thing to make more money, boom, there it is. It's happened for me. I used to be so in my head with everything I ever wanted. Everything I ever wanted, because I just never felt like I could achieve it. I didn't have that confidence in myself. I had to almost, and I said this before, but I had to lie to myself a little bit about the confidence and put on this fake front that I'm the most confident person in the world, blah, 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 just so I can break out of my shell to be able to form human connection with other like-minded people so I can get on a path that works for me. And through that, I have manifested things that make, oh, sorry, I just got a weird text. Through that, I have manifested things just by opening my mouth and then understanding the steps that I have to take to get there. The what ifs are some of the worst demons we will ever face. Because we say, well, what if this? As confident as I am sometimes, it's a struggle. We're all human. You know, it's a constant battle that we go through to show up for ourselves. But when you're not showing up for yourself and you're not putting your best foot forward, you're just doing a disservice to yourself. I don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. We're all human. We will all have insecurities. We will all have our doubts. Manifestation doesn't mean you have to be this perfect person. Let me make that extremely clear. You just have to be honest with yourself about what you want, and you have to wake up every day ready to show up for yourself. Because if you don't, you're not going to get what you want, and you're not going to be happy. And happiness looks different for everybody. It truly does. But what does it look like to you? Even if it seems like the hardest thing to achieve, what are those steps to get there? What do you have to do? It's all about inner peace and your definition of success. I will oftentimes feel very stupid. I feel like I'm not good enough for a lot of things. I feel embarrassed. I feel judged. Whether it's because of my goals or because I might not be the most well-spoken person. I feel like my vocabulary could be stronger. My biggest insecurity is being spoken to like I am stupid, and I don't think I know I'm not stupid, but it's an insecurity of mine. Just because that's an insecurity of mine doesn't mean I can't think the best of myself and think the best of my future and the best of my goals and still chase everything that I want. You take yourself everywhere you go. If you're depressed, you will bring that with you until you learn how to conquer it. Your insecurities, you're bringing them with you. All of that comes with you. You have to learn how to conquer these things and be stronger than them. And you can do that simultaneously while going after your dreams, going after your goals. So while I may not be the most confident person all the time, and I may have my doubts and my fears and my anxieties, I feel like, I have my days where I feel like if I'm not successful by this time, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I thought my life was going to be extremely different at this point, but it's not for a reason. But things are changing for me in ways that I've always wanted, and I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? And you know why? It's because I'm putting myself first. I have a clearer mind, and I understand the stepping stones that are laid in front of me. And I understand the power of my words, the power of asking for help, the power of showing up for myself, and the power of showing up for others and just trying to be a good person. So you can be your most human self, flaws and all. That doesn't mean you will not manifest what you want. Because manifestation is the most honest form of being and understanding who you are and what you want. Don't ever be afraid to share the stuff you want in life. You're going to meet people who don't agree and don't see things the same way you do. And that's okay. That's not a negative thing. And we have to learn not to take things like that personal, because then we internalize it and it turns to doubt and it's negative. And I can't do this. I can't do, so-and-so doesn't agree. I can't do it then. I can't. They can't do it. Because that's not their path. That's not what they're meant to do. You know what you're meant to do. So why are you going to let little Susie, the negativeness is coming from their own self-doubts of them putting themselves in your shoes about what you want to do. They can't achieve what you want to do because they don't want that. That's not what they want. So why are you internalizing their doubt and personalizing it? It's not personal, and they're not projecting. They're just being human in themselves. So be human in yourself and understand what it is that you want and go after it. There's no reason to take on other people's anxieties and stress. Oh, there's a cat walking by. See, I think cats are very good luck. And so you know what? I think you're going to get everything that you have ever wanted. Truly. But you have to understand that you have to be the one to go after it. No one's delivering it to you in a bow. It's tough love. It's hard truths. But it's necessity. You need this. You need to hear this. I'm going to end the video on this note. If you feel like you're doubting yourself, or like you can't do something, spend some time alone by yourself and with those thoughts, and uncover the root of why you feel like you can't do something. What's the reason? Is it other people telling you you can't do something? Is it how you were raised and maybe your parents or your guardian are telling you you can never do that? Is it your friends who have different goals and different priorities telling you can't do something? What is it? The only person who knows is yourself. The only person who can pull you out of that is yourself. The only one who can speak it into existence. The only one who can speak what you want into existence and give it to you is yourself. It starts within you. It's subconscious. You have to believe that you can do it. I don't remember if I said it in the beginning, but do you think anyone who has ever achieved their dreams said, I can't do this? Even if they said maybe I can't do this, I have doubts, they still went and did it and they achieved it. That's called being human. If you're about to go audition or you get an audition and you have to go perform in a play, now you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh, I'm too nervous. I can't do this. No, I can't. You have two options. You bounce, you quit. And in the moment, it's a little bit of a failure. Now, failures are something that I think are blessings because it means you tried and you know how to try. So what can you take with you from trying, from that failure? I just ran out of storage on here, so I'm going to make this quick. But the last thing I was going to say is the second option is to go through with what you wanted. Because maybe you have these doubts, but you still pushed through and you manifested that goal. So take everything that I'm saying and sit with it. Now I do have to run because my storage on here is full. So I'll see you guys later. And I hope you go after everything you ever wanted because you deserve it.